Malaysian 370 airliner going missing and still not being found after several months. And now we have a Malaysian 777-200 aircraft crashing along the Russian border. 295 people on board, all feared to be dead at the moment. Of course, speculations not ruling out the possibility of this being a terror strike, that a missile bringing down the plane. And since this took place along the troubled border of Russia, the speculations are all the more strong.
Plausible deniability. It's very, very difficult to see how Moscow...
Well, the BBC has been closely tracking this particular story, and we'll get you the updates from there.
There have been consistent denials by the Kremlin that anything untoward is going on, and yet NATO officers, are saying today, telling the BBC that they're concerned with quite a consistent flow of more sophisticated, heavier weaponry across the Russian border into the rebel hands. I think some of the shooting that we saw yesterday on video of multiple rocket launchers, Grad system, which appears to be fired from the Russian territory into Ukraine, are consistent with that kind of escalation of violence. And there were tanks, there were armored personnel carriers, missile systems that were seen in the streets of Ukrainian towns that are under control of the rebels, that certainly, as I said earlier, you cannot buy in a corner shop. They are sophisticated kit.
Yeah, they are sophisticated kit. And although, the Boeing 777 is one of the most sophisticated airliners, it's a passenger plane. It doesn't have kind of advanced warning radar that something has locked onto it and is bearing in on it. Why would it?
No. And it may not be something locked on it. It may not be a radar. It may be a heat-seeking missile. It can be a laser-guided one, probably a heat-seeking one that you just shoot into the direction of a target, and then it finds its aim by finding it, through the heat exhaust.
OK. Alexia, if you can, I'd love you to stay with us. I'm sure there are lots of other demands upon your time.
It was actually bombed by the Ukrainian forces there recently, and that is also something to keep in mind, of course, as we're talking about 295 people dead as they were traveling from Amsterdam. And of course, this is we seem to be talking about a whole lot of planes that seem to be going missing in recent days in that particular area of southeastern Ukraine. But of course, nothing up until now has been a plane with that many people, with that many civilians that actually belonged to a completely foreign, different country. So this, of course, is a tragedy that seems to be getting worse and worse with every second, as you have said.
Yeah, thanks for the very latest, Irina Galushka there. Let's bring you some background information, because in October 2001...
Well, there we have it. Of course, speculations very, very strong at the possibility of a terror strike that has actually brought down this massive plane. Of course, more light could be thrown if the last communication from the plane to the ground staff is made more clearer. If there was any distress signal that was issued, if there was any such information that the plane, that the staff on board the plane tried to communicate with the ground staff. Well, the rape shocker in the city has resulted in outrage amongst parents. The angry parents, who were unable to meet the chairman of the school, went on a vandalizing spree to put across their demands to the management.
July 17, 2014. Vibgyor engulfed in fury. Broken glass door, damaged gate of the school. Angry parents shouting at the top of their voices, and the police trying to bring the situation under control. These were the scenes witnessed at the Vibgyor school today. But what can one expect from the parents when a heinous crime takes place in the temple of education? Anger and concern, well, that is what unfolded on the premises of Vibgyor school. 9 a.m. hundreds of parents gathered on the school premises. They were patiently waiting for some official from the school management to address their concerns after a minor was allegedly raped in the school. But the management failed to address the issue at hand. It even looked like the management wanted to hush up the heinous crime. Huge ruckus. Parents say enough is enough. Seeing the furious parents, the school management, along with Chairman Rustom, decided to meet a selected group of parents behind the closed doors. Even the media persons were barred from attending the meeting, raising doubts over transparency. When a group of parents learnt of it, they resorted to vandalism. They forcibly opened the gate and helped the media persons get in. Tempers were flying high. On gaining entry, the media persons demanded an explanation from the cops for barring them from the meet.
Why is the gate being locked? Why is the gate locked? Why was the gate locked? Why was the media not allowed inside? What is so personal inside? Are you trying to keep it in the voice? Is there anything to hide that media is not allowed in this particular center? So, istu dod issue ಆಗಿರೋದು. So, meeting
ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ
ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾವೇನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್? ಇದು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ನಾವೇನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವೇನು
allow media inside. You promised, that's why we cooperated everything.
You should know, right?
Please sir, send some media inside. We are requesting as a parent,
sir, one thing. ಈಗ he's my friend and he's my friend.
You take all your friends.
You see,
sir, you know, I am a kid in front of you.
This is the meeting of the Swami. ನೀವೇನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಹೌದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. Only 5 are they have 25 are there. 25 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ರೀ. 25 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸೇ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅದು. ನಾವು ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
But the police at the spot had nothing to offer than their helplessness. On the other side, when the meeting was taking long to end, some mischief mongers broke the glass door of the school. They demanded an immediate meet with the chairman of the school.
I wouldn't want to. Who are you, madam?
So why are you asking me?
Something happened
Don't
inside?
ask me. Don't ask me. I don't care. I don't ask me.
It was a scene of chaos as the group was adamant on meeting the chairman, Rustom Kherewala. Finally, the police had to intervene to bring the situation under control. Well, the parents had only one concern. They wanted an assurance from the school management, which they were not ready to give.
Few of the parents have been spearheading this agitation. They have been here since yesterday. They're refusing to send their children to the school as they fear for the safety of their children. I have with me 3 such parents. I have with me Miss Reema. Reema, you've been waiting since yesterday. Many of the parents have been camping here since yesterday, demanding some answers. What is the kind of response you received from the school?
Well, yesterday the principal refused. He said, the medical reports have not yet come, so I really cannot comment. And interrogation is going on. So as long as that is going on, so really we cannot comment. So I just happened to ask one of the police officials that, sir, while you are interrogating, have you questioned the coordinator and the class teacher? So it was class 1, section G. And he said, no, we have not questioned. So I just wonder how they missed this clue point of not asking the class teacher.
I mean, no one wants to take the responsibility. Even today, I keep traveling across the country, and I coincidentally had to travel today. Otherwise, I wouldn't know about it at all. And we had to be here at 9:30. The entire crowd gathered here at 9:30. There is not even an iota of courtesy from the management to be here at 9:30 and say something to the parents. We're not expecting them to give us a solution right now. No one's going to be able to give the solution. They're trying to politicize, the entire issue. And I certainly, I'm really worried now. I don't know if I should send my daughter to school or no.
The problem is, how can I
The parents warned police that they would stage an indefinite protest till the school management arrives and gives an explanation about the incident.
See, from yesterday, we've been requesting the management, the staff and the teachers to come about and give us a clear picture of what happened, what is happening and what is going to happen now. We are very concerned about the safety and security of our child. If this is the attitude which the management takes by shunning away its entire responsibility, we are not accepting this attitude at any point of time. I don't care whether they are parents or they're not parents, but they need to address our concerns. We need the truth, we need responsibility and accountability from the part of the management, and we need to know what the measures are that the management is going to take for the safety and security of each and every individual.
Yes, the chaos failed to die down. The parents were adamant on their demand. They formed a group and got ready to meet the chairman on his arrival.
Dear parents, you hear me or not?